I want to start by saying, call Allah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH, to the positive Israel, aka the positive great millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, I just did a video. Now, I'm not the type of brother to just be like, yo, just, you know what I'm saying, banging out sit downs, but I just had to. And while I'm home, the spirit is on me. I seen it, and it was kind of similar topic. I said, fuck it. There's never too much you could do for the Lord's work. So, as the thumbnail says, it says a bacteria was found in like potatoes in Pennsylvania, basically. So I got this article from ABC. Now I don't know what I seen it on a brother's social media. I don't know what news platform he used, but I just use Google and just go find something. I usually like to find short articles, but Pennsylvania, I just found, I didn't know this, but Pennsylvania is a potato capital, they said. And there was a, I thought about two things according to the scriptures. Plagues and famine wrapped in one article. Now, you could have a famine that's basically like an actual shortage, but you could have a plague which could cause a shortage as far as like a plague in the food or the crops or the seeds, what have you. Then that could cause a shortage. It's like a trickle effect. And that's what might happen. And Lord willing, that's what does happen. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all putting a bunch of fucking bullshit in all the food anyway. But all in all, they say there's a bacteria found in the potatoes in Pennsylvania, which is quote unquote the potato capital. So this is from ABC 27. And it reads, it says, with Pennsylvania being known as the potato chip capital of the world, it might be hard to believe that the Commonwealth could be facing a potato shortage. A potato shortage. The Commonwealth could be facing a chip shortage. That means what? No more Lay's, Hers, whoever these chip brands are. Whoever is making the potato chips. Now there's this big bacteria found in the crops. So when you think about it, the companies get the potatoes to make the whatever the fuck they do to it, and then sell it. This actually talk about the crops where all the companies and all the people get the potatoes from to make the potato chip itself. You understand that this whole thing, people think like, oh, I remember when Kevin Samuels said, he was like, yeah, you think like, oh, just imagine gets into a bottle and goes to a grocery store. No, there's a process for all these things. A process that probably over time could have gotten more strenuous on a particular type of people. Trying to keep up with demand, supply and demand, as quote unquote more people on the earth, as they say. But here it is, if everybody was allowed to live naturally, the earth wouldn't be in the condition it's in. That's why the Lord said it's going to be a speedy riddance once the wicked are taken out of power, and the earth is going to go back to its proper form naturally. It's going to be like, if you remember in the end of the movie, Disney movie, Beauty and the Beast, once he turned back into the prince, everything else turned back in a twinkling of an eye, and everything was made beautiful again. That's what the Lord going to do for us. Right now we're in these chains of darkness, in these vile bodies, having to go through all the stresses of being a fucking heathen or living a heathen life, dying like men. I'm supposed to be going to a funeral today, actually. That's why I took off. And all in all, it is what it is. People live and then people die. That's the way of life for man. But the Lord said he's going to give us immortality, and that's what we're working for. And like I said in the last video, no other heathen nation ever in history ever had immortality. You can't find one out of 9 billion people on the earth right now. You had the long list of people that lived to be an old age, and that didn't even pass 100. I don't remember no one passing 100 years old on the earth. From the beginning till now. Oh, not beginning and now, but from going back many years ago. There's never been no person that was found to be immortal. And if you want to go a step further, nobody prior to the flood. Because the Lord said he took out everyone. People don't like, and people don't, it's the logics of the story. So going back to the article, it reads 7 new species of bacteria. So it's not just bacteria, but you got 7 new species of it. have been identified for the first time ever in Pennsylvania. Now, where they come from? Now, it's awfully coincidental, all these billionaires buying up all this land, and then all of a sudden the people that's not billionaires that just living an honest life, they're just going through all these hardships. Bacterias, pathogens here, pathogens there. So, because the other guy, that was a guy for milk, a farm. This is potatoes, 2 different fields. It says, with one specifically being reported on for the first time in the United States. Penn State. So what other countries was it at? Why don't you question? We should see what's up with them and what they did. So it says, with one specifically being reported on for the first time in the United States, Penn State researchers were able to isolate and identify that VIA sequence analysis where bacteria was found to cause black leg and soft rot symptoms in PA potato fields. Oh, you found it. You're so good. You found it. Good hang up job. Good for you. It says 26 potato fields were tested and potato stems are collected or received at Penn State's plant disease clinic between April and October 2016, 2017, and 2018. Now, in the article before about the Miller Farms guy, also something came up with him around 2016. That's a little coincidental. Now, not just me just picking at it. And I'm no detective, I'm no investigator, I'm no nothing. But I do know, I always look at when shit happens in timelines. The same thing happened with the Miller Farms. It was 2016, something came up about it. This shit started in 2016 and went up to 2018. And this article is from 2 days ago. So it says it was noted in the research that all of the plants exhibited most or a combination of soft rot and black leg symptoms such as wilting, stunting, distinct black lesions, and rotting tubers. They had all the symptoms there, and they so good at Penn State. What is this? Penn State plant disease clinic. They're so good. They got to be so good there. They got to be so good because they found it. It says, according to researchers, the diseases were caused predominantly by bacteria and Pectobacterium species, and more recently the Dickeria species. While it was noted that the researchers have been aware of certain species of bacterium, there has been a significant number of new species that have been observed in the past few years. So 2016 and 2024 is a nice few years. And you knew about it. And it says, you've been aware of this. You've been aware. You've been aware. So that's another thing. Look, I'm just saying. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying. They said they was aware. I didn't say they said they was aware. They said it the past few years. 2016 to now. The shit that happened with the Miller Farm, they said something sparked off in 2016. And they said now they've observed a significant number of new species in the past few years. And it says Pectobacterium is a type of bacterial genus of the family Pectobacteriaceae, according to the National Institutes of Health. Characteristics which, when introduced to cacti, fruits, leaves, and roots, include soft rot and blackleg. The bacteria occurs most commonly in fleshy vegetables such as potatoes, carrots, eggplants, and squash. And all the stuff that's good for you. All the stuff that's good for you. And then also you had them coming out what they want this fake meat. This is the government of this country. This is in this country. This is what's happening right now. Today, presently. Well, this is 2 days ago, this article. January 25th now. Now it's the fruits and the potatoes and the milk and all that. It's all fucked up. They're going to come with the plan already ushered out because they planned this from jump. And all these researchers, all these doctors, they all in on it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't have no proof. I don't have none of that. But they all in on it. They have to be. Now let's go into what YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI is going to do to them. Now, This has been proven that Yahweh, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, created the earth, the heavens, and all that, and there's been no other God to come and try to prove otherwise. So we're clear on that. So we're going to go into the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and I'm going to start at the first verse. But the point I want to bring out is around the 5th verse, okay? But it speaks volumes because this is the judgment that these devils is going to get for what they did to the earth. Because just to let the world, just to let the earth know, the earth is never going to be exterminated. The earth itself, the planet earth, is never going to go away. The Lord said that the earth was going to abide forever, and man was going to inhabit it forever. But the way it's being inhabited right now is going to change. That's where people sway away from. They say, yeah, this, that, and the third. But who's the cause of what's going on now? You can't just say the human race. The human race is not making every decision on all this shit going on. It's a select few. And Yahawashi, that's the one that he's speaking on in Isaiah the 63rd chapter. Speaking on you devils. You devils, you Rothschilds, you Rockefeller, all you elite families, man. Yahawashi got your number. You could do whatever you want. At the end of the day, you still going to have to face Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI personally, just like everyone else. And the Lord said he already hates you. It's already been deemed what your judgment is. It was said from the beginning. It's just playing out now. Now you're getting closer to it. And now you're scared. And that's why you're doing all of what you're doing. That's why you're doing all this shit to people. You come with that cruel wrath. Revelation 12:12. It's all playing out just how Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI said it. What did he tell John at the end of Revelation? Go and write these things, for they are faithful and true. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Now ultimately it's going to be, listen, when the missiles come, this is going to be carried out all the way. But the Lord is doing that even now because what? The war started. All the nations are scattering, going to the side of what they want to be on in this war. Then remember, the inhabitants of the earth, that's everyone. And he gonna make it a waste. He gonna do a complete global reset. I'm talking about Yahawashi. I'm not talking about Esau. Esau is trying to put the world in his image, his brainchild, but who's putting the thoughts in your brain though, Esau? Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. What did Yahawah say? I control the minds of the kings. I work on the minds of the kings. And no man could go against Yahweh's judgment for it. For whatever you are, whether you're from a human, an ant, anything, man. Bug, fowl in the air, fish in the sea, man walking the earth. It's all according to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI's will. Okay? And scattered abroad the inhabitants of the earth, verse 2 of Isaiah chapter 24. And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. That's everybody. Anybody can fit in this category. Because either one, you could be a borrower or a lender. You're a maid, a woman, a maid with high society, a mistress, a servant. It said a master. It served his master. It said a priest, the people, the borrower and the lender, the taker of usury and the one that's given to it. Right? This was coming. This is the Lord. Why is this not read in the scriptures? Why is this not read in the churches? The pastor should be reading this often on Sundays, right? Because this is what's coming. Verse 3 says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken his word. Now that's, definitely this daughter of Babylon place. The good old US of A. It shall be utterly wasted. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Bible. That's why they want to take the Bible out of being circulated. But the truth is already out. The prophets are already woken up. Israel's already woken up. The name is already back on the earth. You devils have lost already. That's what you try to preserve. That's what you try to keep away from us. But the Lord still had it revealed to his prophets. You can't stop the spirit. You can't stop. You can't even see it. Here it is. Yahawah BAHASHAM is there in the whole earth, and you can't see him. Mainly you, devil, but you seeing something, and you feeling something, and you can't fight the feeling. No one can. And everybody feels that something is up. Everybody in the earth, especially in America, everybody feels something's up and something's about to happen. I drive people medical transportation. A woman just told me yesterday, day before, people have been telling me all in recent months. I feel like something is up. Something big is about to go down. Why is everybody thinking that? Why is everybody on a certain level of thinking? Because we're at a certain time of life. And these devils that's controlling everything, they know that they're at their end. So what they about to do, they about to inflict hell on the people. Verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Now this earth is about to pass away. Not this earth. This world. But the earth, the way the earth is. The way the earth is being run and the way the world is on the earth. Because remember, the world is the people and the earth is the place. The world is who's in rulership. This is right now an Edomite world. This is Esau's world. This is Esau's kingdom. This is his shit. And in the midst of his shit is going to shit. And now there's nothing he can do to stop it. And now these low-level Edomites, they all in the streets of America like, damn, what are we going to do? Like, where's our country gone? It's fucked up. And then now we got the war. It's everything. And you've seen it all in shambles. That's what the scriptures talk about. They scatter for broad. Everybody's all over the place. Mentally, too. And physically. Because now everybody's going here. Everybody's going here. You got billionaires running into the bunkers. You got these people doing here, going over here. Everybody doing this. And let the immigrants in. Boom, boom. Military going over here. All for that great day of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI's return. Everybody's getting ready for the party. YAHAWASHI's party. And I just hope to be an invited guest. I hope to be a VIP guest in YAHAWASHI's party. That's why all the apostles, from the apostles of GMS on down, to the men preaching the truth of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and hoping for the Lord to suddenly destroy this place more and more every day. And we're seeing it more and more every day. So-called law Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It said, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken his word. The Lord has spoken his word. Oh, it says, excuse me, I read verse 4 already. So I'm going to read verse 4 again. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. And the earth is mourning right now. Why do you think the earth is having all these volcanoes and all these earthquakes? The earth is mourning because these devils have depleted the earth. They've destroyed the earth. So now the earth has to react naturally. The Lord has the earth reacting naturally to show these devils like, yo, this is a sign that you're fucking up. And that's why all these earthquakes, all these things are happening now. Fade away. Verse 5. Now this is the point. This is actually the scripture, the point. Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Esau, Edom, because you're ruling. You're ruling. Yeah, the other nations have their part in riches and whatnot and all that, but you're actually ruling, doing all the things in the earth. The Edomites. Ishmael's not out here just defiling the skies and chemtrails and all that. Ham ain't doing that. Moab ain't doing that. Yeah, they heathens. Yeah, they might eat weird shit or they might do weird shit. When we talk about defiling the earth, destroying the earth, though. They do all that in their own grounds. They don't impede their will on everyone else. That's what you devils did. You did that. It said the inhabitants of the earth. Why do you think the Lord said, woe to the inhabitants of the earth? Because under the inhabitants of the earth, Esau, Edom, the rulers, y'all about to be screwed for the ones that Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI don't have protected. It says, because they have transgressed the laws, and that's starting with us first, too. You got to remember, we fucked up first. Because if it wasn't for our fuck up, these devils wouldn't even had a chance at rulership. But since we fucked up, that was part of our punishment. So it all goes back to our punishment from Yahawah. It says broken the everlasting covenant, but that's really you devils. That's you devils now, and now you have our people following behind you still. But that's you because you're the rulers. The Lord said, "What the people go in the way of the rulers, the kings, and the kings of the earth are the house of the wicked." So now everybody's super duper wicked. So this is Isaiah 24:6, and I'm gonna close it off with this. Even though this whole chapter is good, but I'm gonna close it off with verse 6. Isaiah 24:6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. You look at America, man. America's damn sure hella desolate right now. Man, I've never seen so many empty buildings and empty apartments and, you know what I'm saying, so many vacant properties. Because the Lord is making Esau's kingdom desolate because it's about to be destroyed. So it said, therefore, if the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Burned. That didn't happen yet. And that's going to be when the Lord judgment. Joel, the 3rd chapter. When the nations are all gathered together and fighting. Everybody's in it. Everybody's involved. And everybody's getting to that level because damn near everybody's involved. You got all the Ishmaelite countries. You got all the Edomite countries. You got some Hamite countries. You got the Moab, Asian country. They got their little thing going on. So really, it's the whole world is taking notice already. And now, all it is now for y'all is just to fight each other. Now in Russia and America. And then when that happens, 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. Matter of fact, let's get it. I'm going to get that. Then I'm going to close off with that. I'm going to get 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. Because that's what's actually about to happen. Look at that. Okay, so this is the book of 2nd Esdras. Where do I want to start? Because I want to get straight to the point. All right, I'm starting at verse 4. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth. Now, this is speaking on YAHAWASHI. So when anyone reads the book of 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, the first few verses, that's actually talking about YAHAWASHI, who the world enemy called Jesus Christ, just to get a quick little background. He is that one that is speaking on. It actually says it, but verse 4 says, and whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it faileth to fire. Now, everybody knows that fire hurts, fire burns, and fire kills and destroys. And it said, our God, Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is a consuming fire. Verse 5, and it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Who was those people gathered? Who were those people gathered? Remember, the Lord said the nations are going to fight with him when he comes down, because it's going to be in the midst of them fighting. Just like in the movies. You had the movies where the nations are fighting, and then you had that divine intervention moment happen. Usually. And usually it's involved America and Russia. Verse 6, it says, behold. No, matter of fact, now I'm going to jump down to verse 8, and it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So that's why they already locked and loaded, because they're fighting amongst each other. So, you know, if you can envision it right, and envision it, you got to envision like, all right, so imagine a bunch of shit happening, like, you know, shit going back and forth, all intercontinental shit. Intercontinental, so one part of the world to another. No one's going up to each other and going to fisticuffs. Everybody's sending shit back and forth. Explosions, fires. And in the midst, Yahawashi gonna come with fire. And they're gonna know that it's not their fire. They're gonna know. The world is gonna know. But verse 9, it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, check this out. He neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Verse 10. And let's talk about YAHAWASHI, by the way. He's him. It says, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. out of his person. It says out of his tongue cast out sparks and tempests. Just imagine that, man. Just imagine that. And this is what you nation, and all this fighting y'all doing is gearing up for that. And think about it, you've already started fighting. But as soon as certain more bigger superpowers get involved, then we're going like, all right, we're getting close. And in the midst of all that, Esau's gonna come up the system. All in the midst, the CBDC is getting traced. See, that's being talked about more and more. They're getting that more and more on board. You see how it works? Speed it up, nigga. Speed it up. The Lord said he shorten the days. That's why the days are just flying like this. It's like a revolving door. Verse 11, and here, verse 11. This is why they had to take the apocrypha out. Because reading this verse alone, it cuts all of that bullshit about the other nations receiving salvation from Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Because it says right here in 2 Esdras 13 and 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and a great tempest, and fell with violence upon a multitude which was prepared to fight. So against these other nations got the arms. And you got our people that's going to be just caught on the wayside. And the regular citizens of these nations. Okay? We're the ones that set to get that fire. Prepared to fight. And it says, and burn them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived. So all that, then they just burn. And it says, only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. And that's when Yahawashi comes back to this land. This is the land that's going to be utterly empty, utterly wasted. That was spoke on in Isaiah 24th chapter. Or 29th chapter, 24th chapter. That I just read. Woe to he that destroyed the earth. You destroyed the earth. It's you responsible. You devils, you Edomites, man. That's what Yahawashi has his major issue with, man. And you're the only person, you're the only people that do what you've done against his law and haven't been recompensed. Like, to your knowledge, you haven't been told about yourself. Yeah, you seeing judgment. You seeing judgments happen to people, but a lot of judgments happen from you. Ultimately, we know it's Yahawashi, but with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. We give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.